there's one thing that you can begin to practice in your world, I can guarantee you it will change your perception of pain and pleasure. It will change your experience of suffering and joy. You are here to experience what you're meant to experience. Okay, how quickly did the mind go off of that one? So I'm going to slow it down in slow motion, Zootopia style. Remember the DMV? Anybody seen Zootopia? You are here to experience that which you are meant to experience. Now, if your experience of the movie that you saw playing within you was painful, the mind is programmed to think that that is not right, that there is a flaw in this experience, that I am somehow living in hell while I was meant to live in heaven. If you are experiencing pleasure and joy and peace and happiness, then you're also meant to experience that. But it'll never stay steady. If you are experiencing pain, it'll not stay steady. It will shift into something else the very next moment. If you're experiencing joy, it will not stay steady. It'll shift into a worry or stress or pain of some kind in the very next moment. But if you begin to attach yourself with either just wanting to have the joy or the pleasure and not wanting to experience any kind of struggle, any kind of challenge, any kind of pain, then you are not letting yourself experience what you're meant to experience. Now let me take away that authority from you now for a second. What you are experiencing is being experienced through you. Sit with that for a moment. Whatever you are experiencing, pain, struggle, challenge, joy, happiness, peace, whatever you're experiencing is being experienced through you. It is being experienced by whom? Who is experiencing through you? You give yourself way too much credit, people.
The Spirit.
The Spirit. There is a spirit, a droplet of which is existing inside of you as your soul. And that separation from the spirit into the soul, one little droplet, took place because the Spirit says, go and experience this list of experiences for me. You actually can't experience anything once you feel unity with everything, by the way. I know you're all trying to get there. No?
Yeah.
You know, the goal of like, I just want to feel like I'm one with everything. Or experience myself as one with everything. When you do experience yourself as one with everything, you actually can't experience anything at all. That's the state of the Spirit. Do you understand me? The reason that you are individuated The reason that you see and perceive yourself as separated from each other and everything around you is because you have been given this opportunity to be a vehicle for the experiences to happen through you. Whatever they are. Is that sitting well with you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you acknowledge it to some extent? Now, next time a painful experience happens and you think you have the authority to decide whether you want that experience or not, can you slap yourself on the face and wake yourself up? No, really. I know we look weird anyways. Yes. What are you doing? I'm abusing myself. Which you are anyways. I'd rather you do that than abuse yourself on the inside. Because literally you have no control over the experiences that are going to unfold for you. The only thing you have control over is how much and to what extent do you allow that experience to be experienced fully. That's the only thing you have control over. And once you have experienced that moment of experience fully, it's done. But the more you try to, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why can't they understand me? Da, 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 da. You go in that narrative, you can prolong that experience for as long as you want. That's what you have control over. But you do not have control over the experience itself. The more quickly you surrender into it and begin to observe it, that something is wanting to experience this through me, then I will let it experience through me. You have to have that much amount of love for your spirit, which you don't really think about in your normal everyday life, right? You don't think about, what does my spirit want? You think, well, what do I want? So you will have to start to learn to develop a habit of asking yourself in every moment, what is my spirit wanting to experience? I know my mind is experiencing the pain and the pleasure and, right? And a preference. I want it to be this way. I don't want it to be this way. But can you drop it and go to the spirit and say, what do you want? And the moment you do that, you will experience harmony even in the midst of pain. Now that's a paradox. How do you experience harmony in the midst of excruciating pain? We have the prime example of that sitting in that corner quietly. And if you ever get a chance to talk to her, she will share freely with you what that means. To experience harmony in the midst of excruciating pain as experienced by the body or the mind. But the moment you let it be experienced, the spirit actually experiences harmony. It experiences joy. And anytime you first experience this phenomena, it is very boggling to the mind. Because what's happening? And it wants to go straight back into its pain-pleasure mode. Wanting to avoid, wanting something else. Or not wanting it to change at all. Yeah? If we're having a moment of beauty and experiencing joy, we're like, we don't want this to go away, we don't want this to go away. It will go away, it will change. You have to get your animal instinct out of the way. Your animal instinct that is programmed in your mind says, seek pleasure, avoid pain. Seek pleasure, avoid pain. But thankfully, you're not an animal, are you? You're human. Yes? No? You haven't got caught on to that yet? Okay.
We're working on that.
Good, good. You're human. And a human can say, my animal is kicking in. I say no to that. I will let the spirit experience what it needs to experience. Now that's called deep sense of intuitive connection. If you can truly create a connection with that aspect of yourself, you will find you're connected to everything. You will know moment by moment by moment what needs to be done. I'm not saying go sedentary. Like, I can't do it. It'll tell you what you need to do. And now you just become a vehicle of doing the work of the Spirit. That's the only reason you're here, by the way. You didn't come here to make a career. You didn't come here to have kids. You didn't come here to raise them well. You didn't come here to do any of that stuff. That was all secondary stuff. That's called procreation. That's just nature. You came here to work for the Spirit. And the more you can surrender into that idea, the more I guarantee, and I can write it down, I can sign my name to it, the more your life will become a joyful dance, a dance. Even in the pain, it's a dance. Oh. Your heart will never close. Most of your hearts, our hearts, are closed no matter how open-hearted we think we are. It's a natural phenomena of not wanting to experience. It closes. The more and more and more you start to say, oh, bring it on, come on. The more and more your heart starts to open. If your heart is open, you are alive. Why would you be here if you don't want to be alive? You were given a gift of life, but you are trying so hard to not live. Why are you trying so hard not to live? Why are you trying so hard to not experience what needs to be experienced? Life is a collection of experiences. Why do you want them all to just look exactly one way? Happy. That's a fantasy that you can chase for lifetimes. You will never, never capture it. Life is meant to be a dance. So dance with it. It wants to waltz today, you do the waltz. It wants to hip hop tomorrow, you do the hip hop. No problem. What's the problem? Your preference is the problem. So we're going to do a Kriya today, which will show up a lot of your preferences. I don't want it to be this. Why can't we just do a lying down Kriya, Shavasana? You know what Shav means? Dead body. Literally, that's why it's called a Shavasana. When you lay down and you're dead. You're dead to the world. And in that, you experience absolute relaxation. Weird, huh? That is why Yogi Bhajan would often say, he says, life without a crisis exists only in a coffin. You want a life without crisis? I don't suggest it because you'll be back to do the same thing again. Plus the other next lifetime stuff. So it's too much stuff put together. And if you find you have one of those lifetimes where you feel there's too much stuff taking place all the time, too much to deal with, it's because you've been avoiding. You didn't want to do last day's assignment. You got classwork plus homework plus today's work. Oh, why do I have so much to deal with? That's why.
So this is the lifetime that I chose to wake up.
Hopefully. And say, you're cornered. I mean, can you help it
No.
in this lifetime? You're literally cornered.
Yeah, I am. I'm being
You
slapped.
even if you try to escape it, you can't, because says that's enough. It's giving you so much leeway.
Yeah.
Gives you a long rope to hang yourself. Yeah. And it says, take your time, no problem. No, not this time, not this time. Okay, no problem. It's very patient. But if you're towards the end of your human lifetimes, it says, all right, let's get on it now. There's too much that you have to catch up to. That's the only reason you feel pressured so much. So my suggestion to you is begin to look at everything that is happening through you, not from you, not to you. It's not happening to you. It's happening through you. Can you remember that? Say with me. This is not happening to me. It is happening through me. Say it again. Close your eyes. This is not happening to me. It is happening through me. Again. This is not happening to me. This is happening through me. Vaheguru. Vaheguru. That's when you acknowledge. Okay. Wow. Even in there's wow. That's amazing that this is happening through me. And immediately you'll have a switch of perception. Your perception shifts, everything shifts.